We are suffering because God is testing us. So the vibrations which are being manifested as sound is action. The crown of all these mantras is Sri. Hari Om Shri Matre Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Here I want to present to you few verses from Sri Rudram and want to highlight why Sri Rudram is important. All of you might have heard about the construction, the structure, how many adhyayas are there, and what it really means, who are the Rudraganas, and all those things in different podcasts. Okay. Now let's go a little more deeper into it and what it exactly offers to us. See, today in the society, we find people having various issues. And you see, whenever I open the YouTube, I find chant this for this relief, chant this for this relief, chant this for immediately getting a job, chant this for curing your disease, chant this for getting married, chant this for getting childbirth, and all so on, so on, so on, so on. Of course, yes, these mantras act. We have lots and lots and lots of mantras, and the crown of all these mantras is Sri Rudra. So first, let's try to understand the science behind the chanting of any mantra, any mantra. So a mantra, when it is chanted repeatedly, what happens in you is the cells of your body align to the vibrations of the mantra and they start reverberating at a different frequency. See, this is how the mantra acts. So it works at your neurological level, making changes in your brain structures, your brain patterns. Not only that, it triggers your intellect so that your potency becomes more. Okay, and also, it even acts as the level of the DNA, bringing about the changes in the DNA structure, taking away the congenital diseases. So this is actually what is happening when you're reciting a mantra. And the crown of all these mantras is Sri Rudram. So that is the crown. So you just can't take one particular part from Sri Rudram and recite it. The whole lot gives the wholesome benefit. Say, when you say the Purushartha, okay, Dharmaha, Arthaha, Kamaha, Mokshaha. These are called as the Purushartha, the four Purushartha. So, Dharmaha, that is the Dharma. So, what has to be followed by you is Dharma. Arthaha, the materialistic world, that is whatever you seek for your protection. Kamaha, whatever the outcomes, whatever the pleasures you derive from your arthaha. And mokshaha is what you attain, that is the liberation or the salvation, or whatever word you want to call it as. That is the divine merger, self-realization. So you know who you are. So everything has to be attained by any human being. So the purpose of the human birth is to attain these Purushartha. So Sri Rudram helps you to attain this Purushartha. Very simple. So I am not going to tell you that you will get childbirth if you chant this. See, ultimately what it is, why we suffer. Let's first remove the thought that the suffering is given by God. Somewhere we are being put into our brain that we are suffering because God is testing us. No, God can never test you. God will never test you, and it is not his job. He is not an examiner. Okay? You are reaping your karmas. So what you have to do is get rid of your karmas. This is what I have said in my previous podcast also on karmas. What are karmas and how can I get rid of it? Will the karmas of myself will follow my progeny, my generation? So all these things. So why should it follow my generation? All those things we have talked about it. Okay. So see, the simple theory is this. It's not. Let's not complicate it. We are born with karmas. The karmas are helping us to be in one particular plane of vibration. All that you have to do is increase your vibration, in which place your karmas will be cleansed and you will experience. So the more you're getting the experience of cleansing, you'll merge with a divine consciousness. So this is the simple theory. So to increase the vibration, the most powerful vibrations are given by the Vedic chanting. So I'm not going to answer you the question whether women can chant or this is given to any particular varnashrama. All those things, it is for all. That's all. A simple answer. Okay. So I just want to do the first part of Sri Rudram, what we are going to do, because when people respond to me and when they ask me the questions, I get various questions. Why people are afraid of Sri Rudram? They say, no, like chanting Rudram will punish us. It will damage our uterus. All these questions are popping up. So first of all, let me go in small doses. So first I want to recite for you the verses from Lahunyasam and how we meditate upon Sri Rudran. That is Lord Shiva in the formless and in the form. Okay. So what we are doing in the first, we are starting like Athatmanam Shivatmanam Sri Rudra Rupan Dhyayeta. So, this Atmanam of mine is Shivatmanam. See, the first line itself helps you to merge with the divine consciousness. Athatmanam Shivatmanam Sri Rudra Rupan Dhyayeta. So I meditate upon the Rupa of Sri Rudran, thinking that this Atma is Sri Rudra. And now we are going to go into the visualization. Shuddha Spatika Shankasham Trinetram Panchavaktrakam Gangadharam Dashabhujam Sarvabharana Bhushitam Neelagrivam Shashankangam Nagayagnopavitinam Vyagracharmotariyancha Varenyam Abhaya Pratham. See? Shuddha Spatika Sankasham. So he is as clear as the Shuddha Spatika, spotless. He's spotless, no karmas in it. See, what you think you become. So you dissolve in Sri Rudran, Lord Shiva, you dissolve your karmas. So he is spotless. Okay. Trinetram, the next philosophy comes here. Three-eyed, Trinetram. So three-eyed, the third eye. The third eye is the Ajna Chakra, the inner consciousness, the travel into the Sahasrara, the pituitary and the pineal. All these things come here. Shuddha Spatika Sankasham Trinetram Panchavaktrakam Gangadharam Dashabhujam. So he is wearing Ganga. Ganga is flowing from his head. Dashabhujam. So he is having 10 hands. Okay. Dashabhujam Sarvabharana Bhushitam. So he is adorned and he is adorned with all the aparnas. Neelagrivam Shashankangam Nagayagnopavitinam Vyagracharmotariyancha Varenyam Abhaya Pratham. So Neelagrivam, his neck is blue because it's dark because of the poison. So all of you know the Purana. Like when he swallowed the poison, it was not digested. Who killed it? Devi. Devi. Okay. So Neelagrivam Sachankangam Nagayagnopavitinam. See, come on, see the significance. The poison. What is the poison? Why should we meditate on the neck of Lord Shiva? Nilagrivam. Why? We are our poison, our bad karmas. Okay, the asuras. They will not be coming into the action. That is the power of Sri Rudram. That is the power of Lord Shiva. So Rudra, 11 Rudra Ganas from Lord Shiva. Okay, so that is another topic, we'll deal about it. So Neela Grivam Shashankangam Naga Yagnyopavitinam. He is wearing the Naga as his Yagnopavita, that is representing the rise of Kundalini. And Shashankangam, so Shashanka Shekaraya, so the Shekhar, that is the Chandra, the crescent moon is on his head. See, what do they signify? Your karmas are not going to come into action, and your Kundalini is going to be raised, and the Ardhachandra in your head is going to be triggered, and the Amrita is going to flow on you. So it represents the mukti. Neela Grivam Shashankangam. So visualize the Ardhachandra. That is the on his forehead. Naga Yagnyopavitinam, dressed in the Vyagra Charmo Thariyancha Barenyam Abhaya Pratham. So he has two hands. He is dressed in the tiger skin and he hands Abhaya. Varadam, Varenyam, giving the Varadam and Abhayam. What else you think you need? What else you think you need? See, the blessing of the Devatas will not add sorrow, or it will never punish you. The punishment is occurring because of the poison we have already consumed. So it is not to come into action. So Lord Shiva is holding Varenyam Abhaya Pratham, Kamandal Bhaksha Sutranam Dharinam Shulapaninam. So what he is holding? Kamandalu, Akshamala. See, what is Akshamala? All the Aksharas. What are all the Aksharas? The vibrations. The vibrations which have manifested as the universe. So a whole lot of universe, all of you are very familiar because today science has increased so much. Everything is only vibration. Even the matter, what we see as solid, we think it isn't a matter. It's just a vibration. So the vibrations which have been manifested as sound is Aksharas. So the primordial vibration of everything is, all of you know, is Omkar. The Omkar. Starting from that, all the Aksharas. A, E, O, Ru, Rul, Rul, Ru, A, I, O, Au, Aha. All these are, not only that, Kakka, Gaganya. All the 51 Aksharas, the syllables. So he's wearing it as a mala.